Today we are talking about jobs and opportunity in our Power for All in conversation with, and we are extremely lucky to be joined by Erica Mackay, who is the COO and co-founder of Off-Grid Electric, and she's going to be dialing in from a very hectic and busy airport on the Skype. So thank you, Erica, so much for joining us today. And I'd love to ask you firstly about a quick snapshot of the work you guys have been doing to power thousands of homes and businesses, and to get an idea of the number of people you're now employing through the organization.
Sure. So Off-Grid Electric is a solar pay-as-you-go company. We were founded in Tanzania, and we've expanded already to Rwanda, looking at the rest of the East African region, as well as starting to get our boots on the ground in West Africa as well. So things are moving quickly. We're really, we're committed to providing clean, affordable, transformative energy at a price point that the mass market here in East Africa and West Africa can afford. We do that through small micropayments, so people pay a reasonable monthly fee, which is basically the same fee or less than what they spend on kerosene already today, to get lighting, charging, as well as entertainment. So we do radios, TVs, that all comes together in a kit that gets installed by our installation officers, which is actually a motorcycle gang that we call the light riders, that are our service officers that go out into the home and do the installations. So we've launched in 2012 here in Tanzania, building our whole stack of hardware as well as our own software backend. And so the last 18 months has really been a ramp period, and now we're installing over 10,000 households a month.
That is incredible. And including all of the light rider, motorbike drivers, how many people have you got working at the organization?
Yeah, so I wish they were all in my bike gang, but they're not all on bikes. We have about over 800 full-time now, and that's not including all of the contractors like these light riders and our agents that are out supporting sales in the field. And so there's over 2,000 people that are generating income through our offering.
That's amazing. And you've also been doing loads of work to build up young people's skills and knowledge and enable them to support the sector and what you're doing. Can you tell us a bit more about the Empower Academy and how that all came about?
Yeah, I think the Academy and the process of the Academy recruiting is one of the coolest things that we have done. It is just amazing to be able to scan. So we set up very much like a kind of standardized SAT style recruiting process, where our recruiters go to university campuses and special interest groups and explain the offering. And then people take a written online test, as well as an aptitude, as well as a personality test, which helps give us a bit more information about where they fit within the company. From that, then they come and do a group interview. From that, they do an individual interview, and then they go through the academy process, which is a 2 to 3 week, depending on what the role is, training process. So by the time they're actually placed, they have gone through about 4 or 5, depending on the role, different screening processes. We actually have more people applying for the academy, and I guess the analogy is more that it's a harder acceptance rate than Harvard to get in, because we have more people applying than roles that we have than Harvard does for placements of their applicants. So it's a pretty incredible process. It allows us to pick great people, but it also allows us to really onboard in a mass way and get people out into the field. For example, this month or this quarter, we're going to put another 180 sales officers out into the field through this process as well.
So you have light riders, you have the Empower Academy, and you've also just launched a new product, a business in a box, to help customers to start their own businesses. I'd love to hear more about that as well.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, entrepreneurship is so core to who we are as a company and what we stand for, what we do. And we really, really believe that, there isn't a lack of entrepreneurial spirit, I guess you could say. In Africa, it's really a lack of reliable energy. So that's what we're trying to flip on its head. And it's core to, our ethos as a company and who we are as founders. And so it was really important for us to move past that household level into supporting small businesses and make it really easy for people with that drive to have a solution that they can get going on day one. So it's basically larger systems that have all of the appliances, so things to keep your your shop running, like the lights and the radius, keep people coming in, but also really specified appliances that help you get going with a salon, for example. So we've got kits that have barbershop clippers, and we've got phone charging units, and we've got cinema packages, and looking at other anything and everything. We've got a lot of ideas coming in from the field already of directions that we can go. So it's about creating ready from day one an opportunity that people can start generating income, where we can help finance that investment over time, and people pay us through micropayments via mobile money. So it's all cashless how the payments come through, and it's spread out over a period of 3 years, so that people can start generating a profit for themselves on day one.
That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. That was fascinating, and looking forward to watching how it goes.